Today, we're going to talk about the easy side of carnivore. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Like I said, today we're going to talk about the easy side of carnivore. You know, we always talk about a lot of the struggles, some of the harder things that are harder to deal with. Today we're going to talk about the easy stuff. First, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. What you're watching is you're watching me walk. The significant part of this is that 20 months ago tomorrow, I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day. This is the January No Excuses Walking Challenge. And as you can see from some of the driveways and grass behind me, it is currently snowing. It snowed just a little bit last night, not enough to amount to anything. And there's a little bit of snow cover on the sidewalks. But it's no excuses. So here I go, out to walk some more. The main purpose of my channel is to get the message out that it's never too late to change your life. So why don't you help me get that message out? Go ahead and click the thumbs up, drop down in the comments and say, "Hi Bob." Maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't already. All these little things that are free help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. This first hill, because I'm taking this route, that first hill, I won't say it's a killer, but it's a good start to the walk to get you warmed up and get the blood pumping. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm very glad you're here. It does mean an awful lot to me that you choose to spend just a few moments of your day with me. Today is Monday, which means we're starting the second week of our No Excuses Walking Challenge. We'll see how much no excuses means next Monday. Because in looking at the long-range forecast, you know, I actually record these videos early. Today's actually Saturday. And we're under a winter storm watch from Sunday evening to Tuesday morning. And then after that rolls through, we're supposed to have some minus temperatures rolling in a few days. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's talk about the easy side of the carnivore diet. You know, the first thing that's easy about it is when you go to get your groceries. I don't know about you, but I spend a lot less time in the grocery store. Because I go in, you just go around the outside of the store. The butter's there, the eggs are there, and there is a lot of traffic out here today for a Saturday. Oh, they're spraying liquid de-icer on stuff. Maybe it'll actually get bad enough I can get my spikes out and try them. I'm just wearing those boots right now because they have plenty of traction for what we got going on right now. But yeah, you just go around the outside of the grocery store. Butter's there, eggs are there, meat counter's there. Don't forget to find out where the discount meat bin is in your grocery store. Some places put it all, you know, if you're walking around the outside, you come to all the good stuff, as they call it, the good stuff. And then all the way down at the end is usually a little section where they put the manager's markdown stuff. So I always go to the manager's markdown stuff first, and then fill in with whatever else is there. I actually have a couple of packages of chicken thighs in the freezer now, because they were those great big, 3 to 5 pound trays that are normally only $1.79 a pound anyway. And I got those for half off. So even though I'm not a huge fan of chicken, meat at that price must be bought. Especially since I'm living on basically ground beef and eggs. So grocery shopping is the first very easy thing about carnivore. The next easy thing is deciding what you're going to have for dinner. Whether you're eating 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, some of you might even still be eating 3 meals a day. It's very easy to decide what you're going to have. Especially in my case, because I'm basically just eating ground beef and eggs. What am I going to have for dinner tonight? Well, ground beef and eggs. It's very easy to decide. You don't have to sit there and spend 15 or 20 minutes of your day trying to figure out what you're going to cook for dinner. And then it brings us to the other section of easy. You don't have to figure out how to cook what you're going to have. A lot of the things that I used to make, I'd have to go to Facebook and YouTube and look at recipe videos and how-to videos. Or if I wanted to do it the quick and dirty way, I have a friend, Tammy, who about 15 years ago now basically taught me how to cook. By the way, just as a side note, her solution, if you cook something that doesn't taste right, said just keep adding bacon and cheese to it in equal proportions until it's edible. And that's still pretty good advice. But anyway, so I would call her and say, hey, I'm going to try and make this. What do I need to do? Now it's easy. I mean, if I'm having hamburger patties, I fire up the air fryer and toss them in. If I'm just having a loose ground beef bowl, I just throw the ground beef in the skillet and brown it up. I don't have to think so much about dinner. If you're going to have a steak, you just throw the steak in the pan, or you throw it in the air fryer. If you're going to have a roast, throw it in the oven or throw it in the slow cooker. It's all very easy. But now let's talk about the real easy that is the main point of this video. And I know a lot of you out there are ketovore. You're having some veg. And I don't fault you for that. I've always said, if what you're doing is working, there's no reason to change. But today, while I was thinking about this topic, the easy thing for me is I don't get tempted by the little bit of carb that some people have in their diet, because I just don't eat it. One of the things that I have found is that, hang on a second, I gotta wait for these cars to go. One advantage of this bright orange high visibility coat is cars actually see me. There's been a couple times over the last year that I've been out walking, because this is the first time I've been doing all this in cold weather. I've been out walking and I'd be crossing the driveway and people didn't even see me. How they could not see someone my size walking down the street holding a camera, I don't know. But they don't see me. Now, in this bright orange coat, they see me. And cars always stop. I, of course, always try to just wave them on through. But, yeah, that is one advantage to the no excuses walking challenge. I'm out here in a bright orange coat. People can see me. So I'm in a lot less danger of being hit by a car. But anyway, while you're having the carb stuff, and like I said, I have nothing against it. You know, if you like some Brussels sprouts or some green beans or some cabbage or whatever it is you're having, and it's working for you, I don't have a problem with that. But I see so many people talking about, you know, oh, well, I started off and I was just having 10 carbs a day, and that was working great. And then one day I decided, oh, 15 isn't that big a deal. I can go ahead and have an extra 5 carbs to fit this in. And then you do that for a few days, and then you start looking at some of the other stuff and you go, you know, 20 isn't that bad. I can go ahead and throw these few extra carbs in, and that just keeps snowballing until you are, you know, beyond ketovore and beyond keto. Now, without realizing it, you've crept up to 50, 60, 70, 80 carbs a day. And now you got to start all over or try to figure out why your diet stopped working. Well, it stopped working because you upped your carb intake. And for me, it's very easy to just stick to what I know keeps me feeling good. I normally like to keep the camera on me till I get to the turnaround point, but I don't want these videos to get super long either. I think yesterday's was like 25 minutes. So I'm going to tell you right now that I've got a few more thoughts that I'll share with you when I get back to the house. But for now, as I'm coming up on Center Street here, I'll turn the camera around, let you see that last little bit of walk, and if you watch towards the end, you'll see the add-on. Because if you remember in yesterday's video, I just went out to Center Street and back. Today, as you're going to see here in just a moment, I'm going to go all the way out to Center Street and back, and then I'm going to throw a little extra on around the house. Because as I said, I don't want to add on out on this end. In case I end up getting into some trouble, I want to do the add-ons back closer to the house. I don't think I'm going to get in trouble. I don't feel like anything is getting bad. But you never know where that point is where your muscles just say, I'm done. Okay, I've rambled on enough. Let's flip the camera around and cue the music. Okay, cut the music. Thank you. I finally figured out what all the traffic's about. Besides it being Saturday morning, even though you guys are seeing this on Monday, besides it being Saturday morning and everybody out running their usual errands, we also have all of the people that have seen the storm warnings for this weekend. So they're out stocking up on food and stuff. I don't understand that. If you live out in the country, you know, like if I was already on my property down in West Texas and a big storm was coming, I'd probably make sure I had enough supplies. If you look at my live stream, the mountains you see in the background, Sean Overton at Dust Ups is on the other side of that mountain range, so he's well out into the sticks. I can understand if he feels the need to make sure he's well stocked on stuff before a storm. But I live in Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, the weather gets very nasty here, but we're in the middle of a city. At worst, we could get snowed in for a day or two before the plows come around. And, you know, if we were absolutely unprepared, we could put on our boots and hike. Just down over that hill where I turn around is Aldi's. You know, if I absolutely got caught unprepared, I could walk out to Aldi's and get some stuff. People act like we live out in the middle of nowhere. And, you know, they go running to the store and they buy milk and bread and all of the goofy stuff. Because they're afraid, you know, they buy enough to be snowed in for a month. But at worst, I've seen the worst winter I had here. It was about 3 days before I felt comfortable driving out of here to go somewhere. And that was when we had 19, 20 inches of snow in one shot. And it did its usual Omaha where it starts off with rain, it freezes, so we have, you know, a 1/4 inch layer of ice underneath everything, and then the snow piles up on top of it. There's no reason to buy a month's worth of supplies for a snowstorm if you live in a city. Anyway, I'm off that rant now. See, there's that flappy thing where my fingers are out. But Carnivore Diet is actually very easy. Yes, there are some struggles that make it hard. But today I want to focus on the easy stuff. How easy it is to go shopping. How easy it is to prepare your meals and plan your meals. And how easy it is to stick to. Because you're not having even a little bit of carb to tempt you to have even a little more carb. And that can just kind of snowball on you. Just don't have any carb and you won't have to worry about any of that stuff. I hope some of what I said today made sense. I'll put whatever today's total was. If I had to guess, I'd say that was about 1.6 miles with just a 0.1 increase because I just came down and went up to the corner. Not even all the way up to the corner. I turned around at the top of that hill. And tomorrow I'll probably go down that hill and back up again. But I'll put that in about right here. That's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.